Right, so kanina pinag-usapan natin si OSI reference model. In this lesson naman, pag-usapan natin si TCP/IP model or TCP/IP protocol suite or stack. Okay, so ito yung ginagamit na in the communication or specifically in the internet today. And as you can see on the layers itself, 5 na lang yung layers natin. Actually, 4 lang yung model kasi magkasama to dun sa model nila, pero yung function kasi is magkahiwalay. So that's why ginawa natin 5 na lang para sure ball na nadaanan natin sila ng isa-isa. Now, si TCP/IP is basically created by what we called DARPA or Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, na part siya ng military ng US kasi it was all created naman si internet, which is ARPANET before, was part of the research ng military ng United States, right? So, ayan. Just take note of that. Baka si mamaya itanong sa exam. Anyway, so let's go ahead and discuss the layers of the TCP/IP protocol suite or stack, which is almost identical lang din naman when it comes to the layers of the OSI model. Yun nga lang, as you can see here, sa application natin, yung pinag-usapan natin kaninang 3 upper layers pagdating sa OSI or sa OSI is already compressed or combined dito sa TCP/IP. So we only have application layer kasi kung matatandaan nyo, nabanggit ko dun sa naunang video, all of this still residing on or still on the application. Okay, so it's the same function, di ba? So sa application, ito yung ginagamit natin, again, protocol or services uses by the application or the program itself. Of course, dito na rin pumapasok yung data, format, and encoding. And of course, yung starting, terminating, and maintaining ng session, it's all handled by the application of the TCP/IP. Okay, so mamaya when we do for example, a Wireshark capture, makikita natin nandyan lahat yung mga yan. Kasi nga, in the TCP/IP communication, it's all belongs to the application or to the services itself na ginagamit ng program. Okay? So, let's talk about the next one, which is the transport layer. So, again, katulad nung nabanggit natin kanina, this is where host-to-host communication started, kung saan nagsisimulang mag-transfer yung data natin. And dito pumapasok yung dalawang group of protocols. It's either you're using TCP or you're using UDP. Okay, so sa TCP, this is where we have reliable connection. Okay, or connection-oriented natin na tinatawag. Connection-oriented. Kung saan merong three-way handshake, may acknowledgement. Ibig sabihin, sigurista yung mga protocols na nabibilang sa TCP. Like, nabanggit ko nga kanina, nandito yung three-way handshake. So, yung error checking, yung flow control, nandyan sa. Ibig sabihin, if I'm the sender, I need to make sure na kung ano yung isi-send ko, yun din yung matatanggap ng receiver. The way it was arranged, kumbaga, the way it was, kung pagkakasunod-sunod, and then dapat ganun karami, for example, yung matatanggap ng receiving side. Ibig sabihin, kapag ka TCP medyo masalimuot, medyo sigurista, ika nga, yung way of transport natin ng data. Now, when it comes to UDP, hindi ganun. Okay, kapag ka UDP, it's unreliable natin na tinatawag, unreliable, and then of course, connectionless siya. Ibig sabihin, wala siyang pakialam kung natanggap ng maayos or ng tama or ng kompleto ng receiving side, as long as na-send niya, wapakels na. Okay, wala nang pakialam. Kebs na, bahala na kayo dyan. Okay, so parang ganun. Diba? So ang magandang example nga dito is, for example, web services uses TCP. Okay, so yung mga HTTP, HTTPS protocol, they are belong to TCP communication or TCP transport. Now, dito sa what we call UDP, dito pumapasok yung tinatawag natin na VoIP, as well as yung mga video call, live streaming, and so on. Kasi nga as is nangyayari yung event. Okay, kapag may na-lost na packet, wala na, hindi mo na marirecover yun. Kasi take for example, you're watching a live streaming ng laban ni Pacquiao and there is only 10 seconds left on the ring dun sa labanan. Biglang nawalan ka ng internet. Di ba? Naputol. Pagbukas mo ng TV, tapos na. nanalo si Pacquiao. So yung last 10 seconds na yun, hindi mo na yung maiibalik. Hindi mo na yung kasi tapos na nangyari na yung event. Of course, dun sa replay, sa iba, makikita mo yan, pero you get my point, di ba? Yung live na nangyayari, pag nawala na yun, pag naputol na yun, wala na yun. Okay? Does that make sense? Right? Good. Next, let's talk about the network. So again, it's on the layer 3 of the TCP/IP or OSI natin, and it pertains to the packet forwarding as well as yung IP addressing natin and routing. So yung mga routing protocols kagaya ng RIP, EIGRP, OSPF, and BGP belongs to the network layer. Dito rin pumapasok yung layer 3 switches natin which is capable of routing, as well as yung mga routers natin which is capable of the routing itself. So they have a routing table, okay? What we call the routing table na ginagamit nila in deciding which is the best path or which is the best way to reach the destination. So for example, remote yung destination natin, they're gonna check the IP addresses, they're gonna check the routing protocols which resides on the routing table. Okay, so dyan pumapasok yan sa network layer or layer 3. Okay, let's move on. The next one is what we call data link. So kagaya ng nabanggit natin kanina, nandyan yung frame synchronization which is also handling the MAC addressing. So, di ba for example, kanina, sa network layer, we can consider that as a street. And yung mga bahay natin, for example, dun sa street na yon, sabihin na natin this is JP Rizal. Right? So, yung mga bahay na yan, may kanya-kanyang addresses yan, di ba? So, we can consider that as an IP address. And then, of course, yung mismong tao, di ba, na magre-receive ng parcel ni JNT, for example, or ni Shopee, we can consider that as the MAC address. Okay? Kasi, for example, ikaw yung nakatira doon, di ba? Ikaw lang yung nag-iisang, for example, Billy Ramirez doon sa bahay na yun. I mean, you get my point, di ba? So, for example, sa bahay namin, dalawa kami kasi ako yung senior, junior yung anak ko, pero the parcel is named after me kasi ako yung nag-order. Now, the packet, for example, is pertained on a specific MAC address. You get my point here, di ba? So, pagdating natin sa IP addressing, we're gonna talk about the network address, IP address, and so on. Pero, that's basically the idea. Okay, so MAC address is basically the device itself, pertains to the device. Yung bahay dito is basically the IP address, okay? Yung street is basically the network address. Ang pangit ng sulat ko. And then the person itself, which is yung yung tatanggap ng parcel mismo, is basically siya yung MAC address. Okay? Does that make sense? Good analogy, Sir Billy. Anyway, so we're good with the data link. With the physical, kagaya ng nabanggit natin kanina, this is where cabling and connectors comes in, like signaling. So kapag copper, we use electrical signals, and then kapag electrical signals, and then kapag fiber optic, we use optical or light signal, okay? Optical or light signal. And then kapag wireless, which is most of the communication na meron tayo right now, we uses electromagnetic waves, di ba? Electromagnetic. Pero you get my point here, di ba? So these are almost identical with the OSI layer. Kaya lang, kaya nang nabanggit natin kanina, yung 3 upper layers niya, pinagsama-sama na lang sa isang layer kasi nga they have the same function naman. Okay, so this is just a refresh. And I know na aral or natutunan mo na to before, and it's a good thing na nare-refresh or nare-review natin dahil nga isa to sa mga fundamentals. Ang napaka-importante na lagi kong sinasabi sa lahat ng estudyante and followers ng Tech Academy is you focus on the concepts, you focus on the fundamentals kasi all of the underlying advanced technology comes from the fundamentals. And makakatulong yun as you grow your career. Alright? So, that's basically the layers of the TCP/IP, and then if you are going to compare both, you can see here. So, again, this is just a refresh. So, si OSI, yung upper layers niya like 5, 6, and 7, ang katapat niyan sa TCP/IP ay isang single layer lang, which is the application layer. And then, as is na. Now, you can see other resources or may mga makikita kayo na other references na sa TCP/IP minsan pinagsasama nila yan, which is called network access. Okay, dito ko na lang ilalagay network access layer, pero ganun din naman eh, if you're going to look at the function, nandun pa rin yung data link as well as yung physical layer. So, sa Cisco, sa CCNA, ito yung ginagamit namin. So, that's why we use this here. Okay? And then, yun nga. So, sa transport, still transport. Okay? Sa network, still network. And then, yun nga, data link, and physical. Okay, so we're good with this. This is just a refresh and review. Make sure you understand the function and the services that belongs to each layer kasi kasama yan sa mga questions sa exam ni CompTIA Network Plus. Okay, and then before we end this lesson, may mga PDUs tayo na tinatawag or protocol data units that belongs to each of the layer kasi naiba yung term. Okay, kanina nabanggit ko, di ba? Meron tayong packet, segments, and so on. So, ang tawag natin dun ay PDUs or what we called protocol data unit. Ibig sabihin, anong tawag natin dun sa data as they are wrapped or goes through each of the layer ng OSI or TCP/IP. It's the same thing, right? So, kapag ang tawag natin or kapag nasa application layer tayo, it's either you're using OSI or TCP/IP, ang tawag natin doon is still the data or still the payload. Okay? And then as it goes down, kapag nasa transport layer na, ang tawag natin ay segment or datagram kapag UDP. Usually yung segment sa TCP yan eh. Pero yung datagram sa UDP. Pero you get the point here. Make sure you remember these terms. Okay? And then pagdating sa network, we call them packet or packets. And then pagdating sa data link, we call them frame or frames. And of course, kagaya nung nabanggit natin kanina, pagdating sa physical, we call them bits. Okay? So make sure you remember or you take note these PDU terms kasi baka isama sa exam. I think kasama sa talaga kasi isa yan sa mga fundamentals nga. Right? So I guess we're good with the TCP/IP protocol suite. In the next video, we're gonna talk about naman some illustration or some sample real-world application nitong mga layers na pinag-usapan natin. Okay, so I'll see you there.